Today was the first day we got to do some live work. We were all thud on Saturday, and then today, kind of trying to get them ready for some situational stuff on Wednesday. So today was the first day we actually got on the ground. Not much, but we had a couple periods beginning of practice, and then finished up with a little live period at the end. But off to a good start. It's hard to believe it's 4 days already. It's flying by. So day 5 Wednesday, and again it'll be a kind of a half scrimmage day, and that'll be all situational stuff. Again, just controlled, trying to get ready, continue to build them up for that first big scrimmage next Wednesday before we get ready for break. But we're very pleased with this team, man. This has been a lot of fun these first 4 days. Just great energy and enthusiasm. We've got excellent leadership at every position, and that's really fun as a coach to be able to come out here every day and just know that you, as a coach, you don't have to always be the one to get them going. I've always said the best teams are led from within, and this team has certainly demonstrated that these first 4 days. So really commend those guys for showing up and being ready to go to work. And then having the young guys mixed in has been a lot of fun. We got a lot of young talent, and seeing those guys for the first time in live situations and with their pads on, and it's been good.
Is it still too early to tell any of those guys standing out just their raw athleticism, and the young guys that should be high school seniors right now?
They're all as advertised. They're all. We recruited them for a reason, and they're all just what we hoped they would be. From just a skill standpoint, physical standpoint. This is going to be a really special group. As they go through their careers here.
Now that you've got 4 practices in with Trevor, what are you seeing out of him?
He's done great. We really tweaked a couple things in as far as our practice schedule, as far as how we do some of our stuff, our 7-on-7 in particular, because I'm just trying to get all 4 of those guys reps, and that's been really good because right now we got a lot of bodies, and so we've been able to have enough guys, DBs, and we're a little thin at corner, but enough DBs to do 4 groups basically is what we're doing. And really just the main purpose for that is to get these quarterbacks a ton of reps. So it's been good, but he's done a really nice job. He's very poised. Obviously he's skilled, but he's a very poised guy too. And so far he's really demonstrated good demeanor and picking things up well. So it's a good group. It's a good group.
We heard from Tony and Jeff last week that Darian Kendrick's athleticism is standing out, but Trayvon Thompson, as far as wide receivers go, has really been a pleasant surprise in camp.
Yeah, I don't know that he's been a surprise. I mean, he's just put the work in. I mean, we've seen it really last year. I mean, he's made a lot of big plays for us, but he's just a kid that, I mean, he's a inspiration to his teammates. He's one of those guys that probably could have left and started at a ton of places, but he's just kind of stuck with it, and he's very confident in himself, and he's one of those guys that'll play on Sunday. He's got it. He can play all 3 positions. He's very smart. He's become a very technically sound, a very skilled route runner, and he just hasn't had quite as many opportunities as some of the other guys, but man, I'm a big Trayvon Thompson fan. I mean, he is smart and tough. He's one of the best leaders we have. He's a very unselfish young person. That's probably one of his best characteristics. He loves his teammates. He loves to help his teammates. And I have a great appreciation for him, because he's been patient. He's put the work in. But we have a lot of confidence in him. He'll have a heck of a year for us, and you'll see him in a lot of different spots, because we're going to need him. But he's primarily played our 5-man, with Renfro, but he can play anywhere.
Coach, you added Lemansky Hall to your staff, coaching the defensive end. Can you just talk about what he brings to the table? Y'all go way back.
Yep.
How's that transition been for him?
Yeah, we do. We go way back. We were great friends in college. Just for whatever reason, he and I just kind of hit it off in college, and were great buds, and stayed in touch forever. And he was an unbelievable player. I mean, he's one of the best they've ever had at Alabama, and and had a heck of a pro career. Played about 10 years, but then he just got into coaching and coached high school ball for about 8 or 9 years at a great program in Nashville. But just always stayed in touch, and then finally had an opportunity to bring him on board, and he spent his first couple years in a support role, and so just great timing, and he's a perfect fit for us. I mean, he's got great knowledge. He has an outstanding demeanor as far as just being able to, deal with players, relationships. He's going to be great with the special teams as well. He made his living for a long time as one of the top. That's how he stayed in the league for 10 years. He was a great special teams player as well. He played a lot of outside backer, a lot of rushing the quarterback. He's got a lot of good things that he brings to the table there from a pass rush standpoint. I'm excited about him. He's going to be excellent. Recruit trail, great family, just a good fit for us. And like I said, it's neat. We're able to have guys and kind of develop them more, and they get an opportunity to move up. And we've had that happen in a couple of situations, just like Mickey. Got his opportunity.
Top H coached the entire defensive line zone last year. In his first year, you're used to having 2 coaches there on the D line. How much nicer is it to be back to what you're used to?
Yeah, that's just my preference. I went that way last year. First of all, we thought we were going to get the 10th coach last year, and but it didn't work out that way. But I felt like going ahead and going with the second DB coach is going to make the biggest difference for me for this year. I prefer 2 D-line coaches, but I just felt like we got so many guys. I mean, it's just hard for one guy to coach on. I mean, there's just a lot going on. We got 5 and 6 DBs in the game, and I just felt like Mickey was going to really help us, and he did. I mean, we were 5th in the country in big plays given up. The last 2 years we were 102nd, 65th, 5th, and I just think that. The combination, he and Mike's outstanding future, and just him being able to focus on the corners, and then Mickey and Brent working with that interior guys, Nick Sam and the 2 guys. It was good for us, but this will be really good. Todd did an unbelievable job with our D-line last year. So adding another guy in the mix, it's just hard. The same thing, you got 4 D linemen in the game. To be able to have 2 guys to run the drills and things like that, just more eyes. It's a good thing.
Tony was saying that kind of reminds him of the same. Do you think that's a fair comparison?
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair. He's got that type of explosiveness. He's tough. That guy's got a great edge to him. He's sometimes not always present when you just go recruit a receiver. He played quarterback like a linebacker. He's a lot like Nuke. That way. DK's faster than Nuke, but Nuke had you just knew when you stepped on the field with him, he was fixing to go against the most competitive guy on the team. And DK's got a lot of that in him. That's something that he jumped out at with his first 4 days. He is highly, highly competitive. And he takes to it naturally. He likes to block. He likes it salty. So he's my kind of guy. He's got to develop as a receiver and transition and all that, but he will. He's got great ball skills. I knew that because we had him in camp a couple times, so I knew he had great ball skills, unbelievable explosiveness. But what I like about him probably the most is his coaching. He likes to be coached. He don't mind for you to correct him and things like that. We got a lot to correct. He's running the post and he's running the 9 route, so we got a lot to teach with him. But he's gonna be a great player.
Xavier Thomas seems to have like that motor.
Who's that?
Xavier Thomas seems to go all the time.
He does. Yeah. I mean, it's like you see that on tape. What you saw on tape is exactly who he is. He's explosive off the ball. He's physically strong beyond his years. So he's what you look for.
What about the rest of those defensive linemen, those freshmen?
Special group, all 4 of them. Darnell, Belk Belk has probably been the guy that I just didn't know. You know, I mean, I know what I saw on tape, but you know, he's playing at a smaller school. How's he going to transition? Sometimes there's a little bit, but he, you know, from a physical standpoint, speed of the game, they all got to learn what to do and technique and all that. He is strong. It's unbelievable how strong he is for a guy just coming in. So I'm just really proud of him. And then KJ and Xavier, just what everybody thought they were. Fast, explosive, smart, instinctive players. It'll be fun to coach them. That whole group right there, and then you throw Maskell in there when he gets there. It's gonna be a fun group to coach next few years.
Yeah, but we had Greg Hugel out here a little while ago. What's it going to be like this year to have 2 legitimate kickers out there?
It's going to be a beautiful thing. Are you kidding me? Like what we just went through this year, it's going to be phenomenal. You know, Greg's back kicking some. He's doing some one-step type kicking right now. He feels good. Spencer's best he's ever been. I mean, it's just amazing what a little bit of confidence will do for you. You know, he just don't think he's going to miss right now. So it's going to be fun to watch it in camp. When we get BT in here, BT's a special talent. And then we brought another kid out named Swinney. He's a transfer from somewhere. He's in school here. He's a walk-on guy. We actually wanted to bring him out last fall. He was the guy we wanted to bring out in the fall, but he was ineligible because I guess he was in some other school. And so that's how we got Costa. Long live Costa. So Wicky's got a chance to come out in the spring, and he's done a nice job. He punts and kicks, and so he's held his own out there. But he's a big kid. So we got a good situation. Competition is it's Sawicki, I think. Sawicki.
Have you had a chance to talk to Christian about his side job and how he's doing it?
Yeah, I have. I didn't know he was doing that, so he told me that, and I was like, "You're what?" And yeah, so I think his first day was in Walhalla, and so I'm like, what were these kids saying when you walk in and you're the teacher? And he said it was great. He said it was mostly the other teachers that you know, I guess made a bigger deal out of it. No, that's just typical Christian right there. You know, he's taking online classes right now this semester, so he's got a little free time to go do that. I guess they pay him $70, $80 or something to do it. He can only do it on his off days, like Tuesday, Thursdays. But it's pretty cool.
Is this a year that Xavier Kelly could take a big step forward, and how is Jordan Williams taken to D-tackle?
Jordan is like a fish to water. We saw that last fall. I mean, he probably could have helped us last year. Toward the end of the year, he probably could have stepped in there and played for us. But I'm very pleased with Jordan. He's going to be a very good player. Twitchy, strong. He's got a good mindset for it. And you know, he showed up. He caught my eye today in our fall drill. So he's going to be all right. He's going to be a good one.
Is Christian Bruno working with the linebackers at all?
No, he's working in. And he caught my eye today too. He's explosive. He's just a guy that you talk about a motor and just a relentless football player. I'm excited about Motor. That's why we were playing him last year. You know, we thought he was going to really be able to help us. And just obviously got hurt again, wasn't able to do it. But, you know, it seems like he's doing well. Shoulder seems to be holding up fine, but he's a good player.
What have you seen out of Hunter and Chase so far? Hunter Johnson,
okay.
Chase first,
I was thinking T.J. Chase and Hunter Renfro. I got a lot of names to process. They're doing, you know, Hunter is light years ahead of where he was this time last year. You know, I felt like last year, obviously, we saw the skill. This time, the game was fast. He was processing a lot to think about. But he got better all year long. The game kind of slowed down for him, but he's having a heck of a spring. He's off to a good start. And Chase is, man, just a sponge every rep. He's got, you know, Chase has got a swag to him. You know, he really does. He just sometimes he might not look the prettiest, but he's incredibly effective. He's got a big arm. and can throw the ball from a lot of different launch points. He's just a winner, man. He's a winner. He's got a great work ethic and a great belief in himself, and he's just one of those natural leaders. I'm really pleased. You know, we got 4 guys that will be fun to work with, and obviously Kelly's on top, and we'll continue to let these guys compete, see how it all shakes out. But, it's a good situation.
Tavian said the other day he felt like he was a little heavier than he should be.
Yeah.
He tried it, and he's slimming down. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not the weight; it's the composition of the weight, and that's the thing that I think it's taken a little while for him to buy into. Is okay, if we're going to be 220, that's great, but let's make sure it's the right composition.
Sure.
And bigger is not always better. It's how you get there. So I think he's really bought into that. But he's off to a good start. I'm really pleased with him and the rest of his backs, other than he jumped offside today. But he's I think getting serious about that aspect of his game. His greatest asset is his body, and it's just everything is tied together. But it all starts with that: his endurance, his explosiveness, his you name it. So I think he gets that. So he's leaning up a little bit, and main thing is just taking ownership and buying into what's been available to him. We can't do it for him. That's what Joey always says. You can't out-train a bad diet. You got it. It takes buy-in. All right, appreciate it. See you guys.